Bansou Sentai Kizunager, Bond 35, the 1,000-year-old hero and the son of the last ninja. The story begins at the Demi-Human Federation in another world. Professor Patchwork and Taiyo Aonuma, the first A-men, are keeping an eye on Sabu, the 1,000-year-old hero, who is still in a deep coma after being free from his dark bond energy when the Kizunagers teamed up with the Akibarangers. But then they were confronted by a mysterious ninja who arrived at the Demi-Human Federation to seek help from Patchwork and Taiyo to obtain Sabi's mana energy to create a special nin shrine to prevent the Bansouenders from reviving Kyuemon Shinjetsu Kiboni. Meanwhile, in the spacecraft known as Shred Dawn, the Bonded King inserts the King-Ohger and the ToQger bonded keys into the Tomb of the Undead to revive both the Yihdras and BBs to assist the Bansouenders to eliminate the Kizunagers as they use the Ninnin bonded key to revive Kyuemon to prevent the New World daybreak from happening, since the Bonded King has formed a bond with a powerful king who wishes to conquer all of another world. Meanwhile, in the City of Louig at Stella Orphanage, the Kizunagers, Nager, Emily, Shuji, Tsukasa, Tenri, Kirihiro, Loji, Rainaya, Azra, Teltina, and Yihdra, are telling their adventures and battles against the Bansouenders to Stella and the orphans, Max, Aurei, Klimina, and Sophia, as they are excited about listening to the Kizunagers' epic stories. But Teltina noticed that Loji is too distracted about meeting his family again, since it reminds him of the day when his own father disowned him. Yihdra began to explain to the orphans about the Kizunagers aren't the only Super Sentai team that exist across the multiverse, as she pulls out the Kakuranger and King-Ohger Legend Bond Plates and inserts them into her Kizuna brace to summon Ninja White and Spider Kumonos as a proper demonstration, as Stella is grateful for ToQger and his friends to come back to the orphanage after saving them from the Demon Queen and her children. But then Professor Pythagoras and Oinkbrella calls ToQger and the other Kizunagers that the Bansouenders have sent in the Yihdras and the BBs to attack the City of Louig to lure them out of hiding. So now ToQger and his friends run out of the orphanage to make their way to the village to put an end to the Bansouenders' plans for good. But then Max began to sneak out of the orphanage to watch the Kizunagers battling against the Bansouenders in person, which led to Kyuemon to appear behind him and follows him to embrace his dark bond energy. As ToQger and his friends arrived at the village to face against the Yihdras and the BBs as they pull out their bond plates and inserts them into their Kizuna braces to transform into the Kizunagers: red, blue, yellow, green, pink, silver, white, night, gold, orange, rise, and magus, to take them down to save the people from harm's way. ToQger inserts the Kakuranger Legend Bond Plate into his Kizuna brace to allow him, Nager, and Emily to perform the Super Kakuranger's super triple attack, while Yihdra inserts the ToQger and Boonboomger Legend Bond Plates into her Kizuna brace to summon ToQ7 and Bun Violet to assist her to take down the Yihdras and BB. But then they were attacked by Kyuemon, who showed up at the scene with the Ender Mates, Jadrise, Hangaka, Zaku Racer, and Wizard Soul, to eliminate them for the Bansouenders, as he pulls out the Mido Ninger shrine and inserts it into his small mallet to transform himself into Mido Ninger to destroy the Kizunagers for good. Just then, Kyuemon and the Ender Mates were attacked by an unexpected opponent, as Tenri was shocked to find out that the person who saved them was Sabu, who is finally awakened from his deep coma, alongside Professor Patchwork and Taiyo, as they charge at Kyuemon and the Ender Mates to take them down on their own, as Tenri decided to join them to finally be reunited with her old party adventurers to take down the Yihdras and the BBs for good, to retrieve the King-Ohger and ToQger bonded keys as they transform into two new Legend Bond Plates, which led to Kyuemon and the Ender Mates to retreat from the scene. When ToQger spotted Max hiding in the bushes, as he is amazed that the Kizunagers were saved by the original party adventurers from 1,000 years ago, and tells him to come out of hiding. Max was extremely surprised that Sabu is still alive after all these years, especially Tenri, since she and the other Kizunagers saved him from his dark bonds when they teamed up with the Akibarangers. Meanwhile at the Falling Kit, Tenri along with Professor Patchwork, Tayo, and Sabi seek some answers from the ninja who arrived at the Demi-Human Federation earlier ago, as that ninja revealed himself as Tsumugi Igasaki, from Shiken Sentai Ninninger, who is talking to Professor Pythagoras and Oinkbrella as he explains to Tenri that he used a special kind of Ninshiken merged with bond energy to create the Bansou Ninshiken to awake Sabi from his deep coma and regain his powers. This made Tenri surprised to find out that Tsumugi used a special kind of Ninshiken with bond energy to awaken Sabi, as he learns about her and Togo dying at the hands of the breakup king and ending up in another world, which made Tsumugi wondered if he could use mana energy to bring back his father, Yoshikata Igasaki, the last ninja and the original aka Ninger. Back at Stella Orphanage, the Kizunagers are spending time with the orphans to recover from their battle against Kyuemon and the Ender mates, as Yihdra explains to her friends that she created 2 new bond plates known as the Victory and Maximum Bond Plates to allow Togo to energize his Universe D caliber to perform a powerful finisher. But then the Kizunagers witness a group of royal guards approaching the orphanage and demands the Kizunagers to come out and fight them, or else they will burn the entire orphanage to the ground. So now the Kizunagers went outside and began to battle against the royal guards to protect Stella and the orphans. But then Logi was shocked to find out that those royal guards were part of the royal Mist family, as he thinks that his father sent them to lure him and the other Kizunagers out of hiding.